Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we are doing some Hogwarts founders. I've recently finished Hogwarts and I wanted to jump in because I felt like there's just not enough people in my world yet. There's definitely not enough witches and wizards and I really just want to fill up the story. So today we're making us some founders. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to make them living people or just have them as ghosts that just sort of haunt the magical world or something, but still undecided at this point. I probably will make them ghosts just because we want to keep it within, canon and everything. But what we're going through is we're starting with lovely Rowena Ravenclaw. I've always had a vision in my mind of how each founder would actually look, just because I've thought about it before. And for Rowena, I knew she was going to have brown hair, brown eyes, and she was like very lovely and sort of practical looking, I suppose. And I just thought she would have just such a no-nonsense, tough, sort of the de facto, leader, I suppose. I feel like her job would be keeping everyone in line, mostly the boys. So I feel like she'd have a no-nonsense attitude. For her dress, I did go back and actually change it later on. I do love this blue one that we got with Life and Death, but honestly, I did find a nice practical blue one that I felt was just a bit more layered and, I suppose, structural than what she would actually wear. So I do change it for this, I do change out of this one and go for the other one. With all of their hair, I wanted Rowena to have her hair up and sort of just, braided out of her face and everything. I didn't want it long and flowing. All the other three have long flowing hair, just a spoiler alert. So I did want Rowena to have sort of just a practical effect. And then we go in and we go with our lovely Helga. I've always imagined Helga as obviously blonde, but just kind looking. And I wanted her face just to have, very cute features. And also just very soft and kind, and she always looks like she's smiling and everything, obviously freckles, and she's got kind of green hazelish eyes. You can't really do hazel eyes within The Sims 4 because they don't really give you that option unless you're like a supernatural creature or something, so I do try and get as close to hazel as I possibly could. And with her dress, yellow is a hard colour. It's really hard because I didn't want the yellow to be overwhelming, so I do actually go and choose this very floaty wedding dress that's got some yellow on it, just because I wanted her to have something very flowy and feminine and just with hints of yellow, so I didn't want it to be overpowering. And obviously her hair is flowing very freely. She's got some jewelry. I don't believe I give any of them that much makeup. Like, I maybe do give them some eyelashes, but nothing too heavy on the makeup, just because it wouldn't really be a thing back where they've actually been born. So we're just going through and we're going with personalities. For her personality, she's very generous, she's very warm. I do try and give all my characters some flaws, but with Helga, I couldn't bring myself to do it. She's such an angel, so she doesn't really have any flaws. But speaking of flawed characters, here's Godric. With Godric, I've always had someone in mind. Look, try and imagine a cross between Brad Pitt in the movie Troy and the movie Legends of the Fall. Somewhere between those two Brad Pitt characters falls Godric in my mind. He's blonde, he's beautiful, he's got some nice stubble going on. Think pirate adventurer turned wizard, and you'll sort of get what I'm imagining for Godric. So he's got these lovely long flowing golden locks with, lovely tanned skin and a nice, stubble going on. And he's very buff and adventurous. And I even give him like a pirate outfit just because it's got the red in it and it's sort of, old-timey. I was so close to giving him Centurion outfit, but I'm like, no, it doesn't work. But I do actually go back and I do give him a suit of armor. When I'm choosing his clothes, I sort of found his pirate outfit and then I found the suit of armor and I'm like, damn, this man looks good in armor. So I actually make his second everyday outfit a suit of armor, just because I was like, he needs a suit of armor. Just for whatever reason. I feel like the amount of suits of armor they have at Hogwarts is completely Godric's fault, because he's just obsessed or something with being the dashing knight, and I just like that about his character. But he is a bro, he is adventurous, and I think I maybe give him self-absorbed. something to that effect. I'm not quite sure. And also, Rowena is skeptical, so I think that's her negative trait. She's very skeptical. And then we come to Salazar Slytherin. Obviously black hair, quite pale. I wanted him to have a serpentine appearance. So trying not to stray into Tom Riddle territory in terms of serpentine appearance, but just sort of very natural kind of look. So his cheeks are very sunken in, he's got no facial hair, his eyebrows are doing something weird, he's got this lovely long black flowing hair, and his eyes are very sort of like small, but looks like he's always sort of glaring at everybody, and he's not prone to smiling. I did work on his face quite a bit just because I couldn't quite get it right, but then I feel like I hit on something at the very end where I'm just like, okay, I'm happy with this. He does have green eyes, and I actually put him in black just because I wanted a little bit of, I don't know, Snape vibes to him, but I feel like by the time they were choosing the Hogwarts colours, he would have been like, I want black. And they're like, you can't have black. You have to actually choose a colour. He's like, fine, I'll choose green. So that's my headcanon for that. I feel like green is his lovely colour, but it's not something he'd wear very often. I feel like his default would be darker tones. So yeah, I did go with that. And I wanted the men to have long hair just because I couldn't imagine them men in what supposedly is their day and age having short hair. That's actually a rather modern thing to have short hair. Everyone from a certain point back, long hair was just the norm for absolutely everyone. So it is a modern thing. So I did want to make sure that they did have long hair, not excessively long or too girly long, but just long hair that it's just been grown out. And I do give him the life and death clothes just because I love the life and death so much. That pack has just been giving everything, and I love it so much. But really, that is it. I made sure to give him gloves, and he's got this very mystical sort of, I don't know, arrogant appearance, but he's ambitious. He's, I think, skeptical. I can't really actually remember what I made his personality. He is gregarious, so he's ambitious, a snob, a loner, and I think, yep, loner, snob, ambitious, and gregarious, so I do like that about him. But that is really it for my founders. I love them. They're so fun. I will go back and make them ghosts and put them in my world. They don't need a home or anything. They can just haunt anywhere they please. But otherwise, that is it. Thank you so much for coming along. Bye-bye.